When we say inflation is coming down, it does not mean to say that prices are coming down. Inflation is the rate at which prices change. So it means that the rate at which prices change, or the rate at which prices are increasing, is coming down.
The Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Uganda has retained the central bank rate at 9.75% because of uncertainty in the market.
In light of the prevailing domestic and global uncertainties and the elevated risks to inflation outlook, the MPC decided to maintain the central bank rate CBR at 9.75%. The CBR band remains at positive stroke minus 2 percentage points.
Bank of Uganda Governor Mr Etingi-Ego, who read the monetary policy statement for May today, said that the bank has done all it could to maintain and stabilize the monetary policy of the country amidst heightened uncertainty in global environment.
Our outlook is surrounded by heightened uncertainty, and therefore decision-making under this environment, you need really to be very, very cautious when you are making policy under such circumstances. But one thing that I can assure the Ugandan public is that the central bank will do whatever it takes to maintain macroeconomic stability.
Among some of the highlights of the monetary policy statement has been the warning that inflation in the financial year 2024-2025 might grow between 4.5% and 5.5% because of projection of higher household spending arising from more spending in the oil sector together with weather and political uncertainties. Although business remains broadly positive, the Director for Supervision in the Bank of Uganda, Mr. David Kalyango, pointed out the breaches in cybersecurity as a growing concern. He appealed to the public to be cautious about how they handle their own finances and handle personal information.
Cybersecurity threats are one of those concerns we take seriously, and as a central bank, we've taken steps to put in place a mechanism that helps us to track this. We issued the cybersecurity guidelines recently to guide the banks on how they would handle events related to cybersecurity.
With the central bank's positive outlook on financial technology fintech, the Deputy Governor Professor Augustus Nwagaba has identified various challenges such as cybersecurity and infrastructure, calling on government to foster a more conducive environment for private sector participation in monetary economy.
These fintechs have one of their major problems now is cybersecurity threats. So we are in support of fintechs. That's what I want to say. But of course, we want government to provide a more enabling environment for these companies to have infrastructure that is sufficient. Because if you want the private sector, there are certain things the private sector cannot do.
To address cybersecurity problem in the fintech, the Monetary Policy Committee has advised the banks and other financial institutions to share information of financial losses with their peers, saying the problem shared is a problem half solved.
Because I know that these banks and also other financial institutions tend to keep quiet when they suffer such breaches in the name of people, maybe us who are their customers. What will we think in terms of the perception we shall hold against this bank or this institution? And if they shared that information amongst them, but they have a habit of, maybe I keep quiet, people shouldn't know what has happened to me.
According to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, real GDP for the first 6 months of this year grew by 6%, but although the figure is lower than that of 2023, Central Bank Governor Etingi-Ego projects that next financial year 2025-2026, real GDP will grow by 7% because of improvements in agriculture and increased spending by parish development model and advances in tourism.